All right, it's time. Replace those Venetian blinds with something a little bit more modern, a little bit more blackout, and maybe even smart. That's where BringNox comes in. Bringing in a smart blind system that also can create blackout curtains or whatever type of curtains that you need for your home. We're going to install this and show you the power of using this with Mattr, and we're going to do that next on Geekazine. What's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, Think Magazine, Put in a Geek. First of all, I have to say that BringNox is sponsoring this video, but all opinions are of my own. You can find out everything I do over at geekazine.com/review, all the policies and procedures and whatnot. If you've got a product that you want me to take a look at, all you have to do is contact me at that link and we'll get it in studio to take a look at. I'd also like to thank all my Patreons for their donations to the channel. It helps keep the lights on and keeps me creating content. I thank you very much. If you would like to help as little as $1 over at patreon.com/Geekazine. That's patreon.com/Geekazine. And of course, if you want to support the channel in other ways, we do have the t-shirts over at Teespring or at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine in the merch area. All right, so what is BringNox? BringNox is a company that makes shades, blinds, whatever, blackout roller shades for your windows, for whatever you need. We're in my bedroom right now. You can't really see that. I got one viewer right now, and that's the cat, and she's not really watching at all. She's just kind of sleeping. You want to have an area for your room so you can fall asleep, so you can relax. Or your living room. You can put down those blackout shades and watch a good movie wherever you need to. Sometimes that sun is a little bit too hot. Sometimes we're in a 90-degree day right now. And so putting down a shade like that helps block the hot air from coming in. And of course, you can keep your rooms, your house cooler with a shade like that. We're going to show you how to install this. I'm not going to be doing all the technical aspects of installing because I am not a general contractor by any means. You definitely want to read the instructions. They have all the information in their instruction booklet. There are different ways that you can install this. Two for a recessed window, which is what I have. And then one is if you don't have a recessed window and you're just basically using the wall to brace it with. So I'm going to be showing you the recessed window. In fact, I have already put in one of the braces right here that we're going to be using. Now let's take a look at everything that you get when you are installing this window. First of all, you get the shade. Now, in order for you to get this, you got to order it. And of course, by ordering it, three things that they need to know are the length of the window, the height of the window for as long as the shade needs to go, and then of course, what kind of shade you got. We got a nice little dark brown. It should really black out this window right here. Now, I've already taken off my other Venetian blind, and as you can see right here, we have a curtain up here. And the reason why I have the curtain is simply because it's daylight outside, and of course that would backlight me. Put up a curtain there just to block the sun out. Here's everything else that you get with the BringBox. We're going to start with the power plug. You got a power plug and a USB-C to USB-A cable from there. You've got this really cool, it's actually a solar panel with a USB-C here. We'll be installing this as well. There are some caveats in installing this. We also get the manuals on how to install. Go through all of those because they're going to tell you everything you need. And then this thing called the Smart Emitter, simple remote control to bring up and down the blinds manually if you wanted to. So you could attach that over by the door and bring up the curtains, or just take it with you and put it where your other remote controls are in the dark void of wherever. The remote, we're missing the remote. The biggest feature of this is it uses what's called Mattr. Mattr is a IoT platform that talks with all the platforms, whether you have Amazon, Google, Apple, it's going to use them for however you need to. So if you're saying, hey, Amazon, bring down the shades, or hey, Google, bring down the shades, or hey, Apple, bring down the shades, it'll work with those home assistants and allow you to do what you need to do. I interviewed them at CES. It is all-encompassing for whatever IoT is coming up. And that's what I like about this. If I ripped out all my Amazon Echoes and put in HomePods or anything from Google, this would work and connect up instantaneous. Plus, if you have a mixed environment, you can still connect them all up here and use that shade wherever you are. So you could be saying to your watch, hey, bring down the shade, or you go to your Echo and do the same thing or whatever. You get the idea. That's the best part about Mattr, is it works with whatever assistant is out there. So we've got all the items in here. Like I said, I did do a little bit of installation here. I'm going to be basically showing you what we're going to install and how it installs, because it's actually fairly straightforward. Now, you will need some tools to do this, like for instance, a drill. But then for the most part, these clamps are actually pretty self-sufficient. So this is the clamp right here that goes basically on the window. So this is the top of the sill. It's got this little plastic piece right here that pushes in, spring-loaded. So what's going to happen is we're going to take the shade and we're going to push it in, and then we're going to lift it up. There's a set of hooks right here. So what it'll do is it'll hook onto here. If you need to take it off, all you have to do is push in, unhook, and take it off. Simple as that. Let me show you. So here we have our blind. And as you can see, there's that little rail system. So it really doesn't matter where you're going to put this, as long as you put it within the area of the windowsill. What we'll do is we will push it in, and then it will hook in right there. Push in, and then we can take it right out. Keep in mind that you have to install it correctly, because if we do it the other way, this thing is not going to hook together. It's just going to pop right off. In this case, with my shade, it's going to go like this. So this is what you're going to see on the window. So that's how we install it from here. So like I said, I already have one clip already done. I'm going to take the other clip and we're going to put that in to the window. I already did the starter holes there, so we'll just bring this in. And we'll bring in the screw like that. You can use a drill or a screwdriver. I'm just going to use a screwdriver because I know it's going to go in really easy. Bring that in. You want to make sure that it is level. And the best part about these is they're slotted screws, so if you need to angle it a little bit, you can do so. I'm going to put the other screw in before we tighten it up, and then I'll set that flat as I tighten this on. There we go. And then we'll tighten up this side, and now we're all good to go. This blind, fairly straightforward. All you have to do is put it in at an angle. Get it over the hump, push it in, and lift it up. Same thing on this side, and hook it in. And there we go. Technically, right now it's installed. We still have a little bit of work to do. You probably can't see that, but right in this corner right here, we have our USB-C plug. So we can take our plug and we can put it right in like this. Now you could easily take this and bring this all the way down to a wall socket if you want to. Let's take this smart emitter and we're going to put the batteries in and turn this on. Also on the top, there is an on-off switch that you can turn on. I don't know how charged this is, but we'll find out. You're seeing a wire right here. This is for the wireless smart emitter. Now we put the batteries in and we're just gonna hit the down button. We're gonna see what happens. I'll get out of the way here. Well, what do you know? We got battery. That's awesome. Now, once again, you set the height and you set the length. So this should go right down to the windowsill if my calculations are correct. There we go. And now it's ready for use. And all I have to do is bring it back up. I hit the button. I've taken out that other curtain because I don't need it anymore. And all I have to do is hit the button. And now we're coming down to blackout. You don't have to do the full blackout. I mean, we could hit the pause button right here and then have a little bit of light coming through, but continue to go all the way. And it should go right down to the end of the sill here, which it does. And if I was to turn all the lights off, we'd have a little bit of light coming through here, a little bit of light coming through here, But there are other ways that you can make it so the light doesn't come through those sides at all. But when it's 11 o'clock at night and it's totally dark anyway, that helps with that. And then in the morning, we just hit the shades and go up. Let's talk about the solar panel, which comes with some of the BringNox curtains. So basically this is a self-sticky onto the window type solar panel. There are some caveats to this, like for instance, different types of windows won't work too well. You want to have the best possible look that this can hit the sun. This is not going to be charging the house. This is going to be charging these shades, and it's going to be doing little by little by little. And when it goes through glass, it makes it even tougher. This is a double pane glass, and as you can see, there's a little bit of schmutz on the inside here, so I'd have to clean this out. It says that it can work with that, so I can set this like this. You don't want to have it on a north-facing window, for example, because the sun goes from the east to the west. So this will get sun during the day, so I'll put this in an area that doesn't look too bad, and it's not going to get blocked by trees, it's not going to get blocked by soffits or any windows or any sills, any overhangs that your house might have. And you can easily put it on the top like this corner. Sometimes it's good to put it here, but it really depends on where the sun's coming. Because, well, during the summer it's going this way, and during the winter it could be going this way, depending on where you live. So I'm going to put it like this. We could also try and figure out a way, open up the window, because I have nothing here. I could actually also find a way to put it outside for a more direct shot to the sun. But in this case, since I can't drill any holes or anything like that, because you do have to worry about the cord, I'll end up putting it right here. And I have to clean this window before I do that. With the window all cleaned off, I'm going to be taking the double-sided tape here and taking off the strip. And then we're going to just affix it like so. Yeah, you might want to watch where your wire is as you're doing that. We'll put it like this, and I think that'll be the best route. And I'm going to put it vertically so it has a better chance of getting the sun. We'll take this cable, and then we'll have to get some sort of thing to kind of bring the cable through there so the line doesn't hit it if it hangs like this. Then we'll just take out the other USB cable and we'll plug this right in. You're not seeing this, but I got a little red light, which means that I'm getting some sort of charge. So that's good to know. All right, we have the BringNox installed. It is working. The battery's set up. We set up the little solar panel so it stays charged as much as possible. Now it's time to connect it up to our personal assistant. That's where the Matter Getting Started guide comes in. We're going to be hooking it up to an Amazon Echo. In the case of the Echo, we're opening up the Alexa app, and then we're going to be adding Matter. In this case, the Matter is this little button right here. We'll press on that, and it asks, does it have a Matter logo to it? We'll hit yes, and it says locate a QR code shown for your device. The QR code that you're going to be scanning is actually up here onto the wireless right here. You can enter the code if you want to. That's the number right there, but we're gonna scan the QR code. And then we're going to hit connect. Keep in mind that since it's using Matter, Matter uses a network thread peering for more added security. Now, with your Amazon Echoes, you need to be at least an Echo 4 or better. I had an Echo 3 in this room, so I had to go get my Echo 4 to put it in this room so it would communicate back and forth with the Shade. And then once you get the network key, you put that in and you pair it up and everything's good to go. So now I can sit here and I can say, Alexa, bring the Shade up. And of course it goes to work and automates that for me. Plus I can do a whole bunch of other things, like if it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I need to get up, then this thing can automatically start to raise. I can choose to have it raise all the way or have it raise halfway. Alexa, bring the Shade back down. just like that. So now we have it installed, we have it connected up to our assistant, we're good to go, we're ready for sleep, we're ready for a nice dark room, and we're ready for the evening. That is from BringNox, the Blackout Roller Shade. They have several different colors and varieties, so you can check it out over on their website and find out more information. I'd like to thank BringNox for supplying me with this shade so I can actually install it and show you guys how it all works. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me over at Geekazine.com or YouTube.com/Geekazine, where you can like, subscribe, comment, and bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. That's it for me. Until next time, you guys geek out, get some great sleep, and of course, make your room into a blackout room with BringNox, and geek out.